Hi, everyone. This is Tim Nye, Chief Executive Officer with Catholic Charities San Bernardino, Riverside counties. Very excited to always be with you and bringing you yet another podcast of Community in Focus. So here we are today, a special guest, a warrior for the people, Jesse Gonzalez, our Chief Operating Officer, who's from this area. Actually, we'll talk about that and more in a second. Jesse, welcome.
Thank you, Tim. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, Jesse, first let's start off with where are you from?
Here, San Bernardino.
Right here, and I love this actually. So Jesse, you grew up on which street?
Oh, geez, baseline and wall primarily.
Baseline and Wall, and a local. You went to which high school?
San Bernardino High School.
Yeah, San Bernardino High School, and played football there as well.
Yes, as well.
Okay, so tell us about football, like playing on a team.
Football's great. Being part of a team taught me a lot. It teaches you that to be part of something bigger than yourself. To contribute your strengths as much as you can to help others develop their weaknesses or whatever they need to.
And everyone, I certainly don't want you to hold it against Jesse, but he is a Raiders fan. I just want to let everybody know and put it out there.
There I am, yes.
But, we'll see. This could be a great season. Who knows what's going to happen.
This is the year.
This is the year.
Yes.
So Jesse, so you're playing football and you're going to, did you ever imagine that you'd work just down the street at Catholic Charities as a Chief Operating Officer?
Never. Growing up, I wanted to play in the NFL or be a Secret Service agent or a sniper or something.
I remember that. And you were off to college and you put that on hold, and then you went to community college where?
San Bernardino Valley College.
Okay, San Bernardino Valley College.
Yes.
And played football there as well.
I played a year of football there, yes.
And we have a little inside joke between us on that because I think they went to the championship the year after.
The year after, apparently, that I played there.
You set the stage for a very powerful team.
I did.
Fantastic, which in fact is actually a great segue because I believe you're also setting the stage here with our organization as well as our Chief Operating Officer. And let me just say that on a personal note, I've been a part of many great organizations. I have an executive MBA myself, and I think you're doing fantastic as far as your efforts and probably one of the best COOs I've ever met. So that said, let's talk a little bit about your journey and after that. So then you went to your 4-year university as well?
Actually, after Valley College, got a lot of my undergraduate work done. Then I stopped going to school, work, life. My son was born when I was 20. It wasn't until later on that I decided to go back to school. So then I went and got my degree in accounting, and then later my MBA.
What did you lean on? Like, was there a person in your life, a friend or a family member that, or just something? What got you saying to yourself, I want to do more? Like, what got you to the 4-year point?
Okay, so growing up, I was around a couple like strong role models in my life. So my cousin Diana and my uncle David were both in college when I was about 10, 11 years old. And that really opened up my eyes to, wow, like this is something that's achievable, something that's doable. She was in a sorority. He was in college doing his own thing, hanging out. I just thought that was the coolest thing. That's the stuff you're seeing on TV and they're actually doing it. So that just made it like more reachable. And
also we left something out. Like you worked a lot in your first job, I think, was restaurant industry with family.
Yeah.
And you have an extreme work ethic. One could argue maybe too much.
Perhaps, yeah. Grew up working in a family restaurant. I was fortunate enough to be able to have that opportunity. Definitely taught me a lot and shaped a lot of who I am and how I operate, and just always on the go. There's always something to be done.
Right. And then later you pursued your MBA as well.
Yes.
Okay. So when was it you fell in love with numbers?
Oh, from the beginning. I've always been, numbers have always just attracted me. I've been good with numbers, just math in general. And then working in the restaurant, balancing the drawer. And it got to the point to where I got really good on the 10 key because for me to leave on a Saturday night to go out and hang out, I needed to balance all the tickets in the drawer. So that's, I got good with the 10 key. And then also, that same cousin worked for the IRS and then married my cousin who was also an IRS special agent, which was cool. That's an accountant with the law enforcement angle. It was great. And then their son worked at the IRS. It was just, it was cool. It was definitely something I wanted to.
I mean, as we're sitting here talking through this, what comes up for me is you're a problem solver. You like to solve problems. And we know we've had quite a few different challenges, and even in my short tenure here. But let's talk a little bit more about your tenure. So, you got started at Catholic Charities in what role?
As a data specialist in the counseling department. I was there for about 2 weeks until our director of accounting at the time found out that I was going to school to get my degree in accounting, and she brought me over after 2 weeks.
Gotcha. And then so you're in the accounting department.
Yeah, so in the accounting department, and then she retired. Then I became the director of accounting. Then ultimately, well, eventually director of administration, and then ultimately COO.
Nice. So you're COO, and all of a sudden, on my predecessor announced his retirement. What's going through your head then?
Didn't know what the future was holding. Definitely excited for opportunities. Um, I'm just up for the challenge, whatever it was going to be, and it turned out to be great. You're definitely a welcome addition.
Well, no, I appreciate that. So, and I feel the same. So here you are on this, I'm coming on board and we start to go down this journey.
Mm.
I remember at first, one of my friends said, "Hey, Tim, when you get there, don't make any changes." And I sent him a video of all the wall and our butcher paper and all the things we were working on. I was even texting you saying, "Hey, Jesse, are we doing too much?"
Mm.
If you remember that. But, wow, you really came along with so many things. So here we are on this journey of a strategic plan and navigating external, internal forces and lots of great change. How has that experience been for you?
Great. It's been a whirlwind. It's been a lot, but it's exciting. It's all positive change. We do serious work, and this community deserves as much as we can do. So, yeah, we're definitely leveling up.
One thing I've always loved and appreciated along the way is you and just a few other staff members that we have here at Catholic Charities. You know the lay of the land. You're from the neighborhood. You understand the organization based on your longevity, but also the neighborhood itself from start to finish. You went to high school just down the street. And yet, it's so amazing that you bring this tremendous repertoire with you of education, wisdom, and experience. And I'm shocked to see the changes we've made in this organization along with your leadership to embrace these things and your tremendous good ideas. We've made a good team.
Very good team.
Yeah.
Very good
So,
team.
what I want people watching now to learn is we have a chief operating officer who has adaptive leadership. He's very strategic in nature. And also, we know where every dollar is spent, thanks to Jesse. So, we're very mindful on the budget. Could you talk to us about budget and also the audits and that sort of thing that you're doing?
Fun stuff, right? There's always something going on, which is great. It's either a budget or an audit or some kind of report, which is great. I mean, I love numbers. It's all puzzles. It's all great, and then understanding that it is an awesome responsibility, that fiduciary responsibility. Just take it that much more seriously, and the work is that much more rewarding.
Jesse, you're so humble because yes, you love these things. Not everyone loves numbers, but also these audits that you're going through, they're flying colors.
We have a great team, great accounting team. We operate under the motto: "You stay ready, you don't have to get ready." It's we don't necessarily only pay attention at audit season. It's every day. It's every transaction must be audit ready because it's always with that audit in mind. Because we have our internal audit annually, and that clean audit opens the doors for us for other funding sources, and just that reputation of having strong financial books.
Yeah, can you talk to us about, we're just going to dive a little deeper in. Can you talk to us about the AI initiative that you're leading as well?
So the AI initiative is going to help us achieve 100% answer rate on our phone calls. That's been one of the biggest challenges that we've been experiencing over the last number of years. The need will always outweigh the resources available. Well over 100,000 calls in any given month. That's a tremendous feat to try to answer, and they get communicate resources to these people. So just the AI route will just help alleviate that, and just make us more efficient and effective.
I love, so everyone, so if in case you didn't hear it, Jesse is leading an effort with artificial intelligence or an AI call center for the organization. Now, at first glance, someone may say, well, that's not a human, it's not empathetic, but it's going to answer those calls at, 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
It will. So, and after some research, we did identify there are a good amount of calls that come in after hours. And the nice thing about, or one of the nice things about AI is that it'll be able to identify someone who's having some sort of suicidal or homicidal ideation, and we'll be able to transfer them.
What I love about the process that we went through is that every time we found a challenge or an obstacle, it was either 15 minutes or 15 hours. I don't know how long, but you found solutions along the way about how to like book everything through the technology stuff. I'm having trouble on Zoom, everybody, but you did a fantastic job, and I think we're going to launch soon.
Yes, we're scheduled to launch June 6th. Hopefully, some regulatory compliances approvals come through earlier. Then we'll be able to launch earlier.
Fantastic. So we're just like an innovative, creative machine. So we know that we have other challenges aligning with external partners, even by the way, within our 92 parishes that we want to walk in accompaniment with. And yet there's also been some challenges with federal and state changes that we faced. Tell us about how you're reworking budgets and we're going to realign as an organization.
So especially lately with the uncertainty regarding funding, put together a contingency plan based on varied tiers. So depending on the tier or the amount of cuts that we may experience in the future, will trigger other corrective action to make sure that the agency remains solvent and be able to move forward.
I love that, and I know that a lot of that is gonna be also us turning on our fundraising arm to tell the public and the community, and to tell those watching now even, that we're a great organization, that we're poised and ready to make significant impact in the community, and we're gonna do it at a low cost.
We are. And then 100, just the way that everything's structured, 100% of the contributions received actually go out to fund programs.
I love that, and that's actually because we do get support from other folks, so 100% of the gifts ideally are going to all programs, as I heard.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's fantastic. Not a lot of organizations can actually say that. So, Jesse, is there something about the organization or a staff member or anything that's inspired you lately?
I'm inspired every day. I mean, the thing that sticks out the most is I'm in the back of the house. I'm upstairs in admin or accounting and just behind a computer screen or in meetings, not necessarily in the field. I had an opportunity last week to be in the field, um, and it was again just reminded me of what we do and why we do what we do. It was a client who recently lost her stepfather, her mother, and her daughter
Oh, wow.
all within a week.
Mhm.
Um, so to be able to provide the assistance that we're able to provide her, uh, due to the generosity of the donors, it was great just to give her that little bit of relief.
I remember you coming to my office and telling me the story, actually, and it's heart-wrenching, and it is moments like those, where we are able to, provide support to people at a time when they need it the most, and it could be, something like access to healthcare or, hunger relief or something of this nature, counseling support. We just know that we wanna be there when people need us the most as far as that's concerned.
Absolutely. And then the pivot that we've taken recently, so it's more than just giving her that handout. Now that person will be able to come to us for career advisement, Medi-Cal enrollment, CalFresh enrollment, so she can get back on her feet and move forward.
Yeah, so I mean, like, think about strategy, right? We're working on a strategic plan, and you and I have been talking about strategy is a daily thing. It happens daily, and we know that we need to have adaptive leadership. Is there any Jesse, you've come a long way, as far as your growth, your education, your experience. What recommendation would you have to a young person watching today? Maybe they were going to your high school, or whatever the case may be. What would you tell them about their dreams, their visions for life?
They're definitely obtainable. Work hard. Have a dream. You gotta have a dream first.
Mhm.
Work hard. Anything's achievable as long as you just put your mind to it, and yeah, surround yourself by positive people um, that'll help you in your journey.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, you have to definitely welcome those great mentors that you discussed earlier, actually, and then go along with the twists and challenges and those other moments. So, everyone, if you're watching now, just want to make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our podcast. And I wanted to have an opportunity to introduce you to our COO, Jesse Gonzalez. He's one of our internal mentors and leaders of the organization, working on dynamic things. If you want to volunteer, make a gift to the organization, or contribute in some fashion, even joining one of our committees on the board, that'd be fantastic. Jesse, thank you so much for your dedication, to our community, to our organization, and all that you do here on a daily basis for the entire team. We appreciate you. We thank you that you take care of us so well. And again, everybody, please like, share, and smash that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Community in Focus with Tim Nye and Catholic Charities.